Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. That's right. We say the things on here nobody dare say. Thanks for liking and subscribing and sharing the videos on your WhatsApp. Right, Spotty Frank, old Spotty Frank, Mr. Interviewer of the Month. How many interviews has Spotty Frank had this month so far? Is he like three less than Eddie Hills or something? He's like just an airborne repeater, isn't he, for Matchroom? Yeah, Spotty's running around saying it's for fans, isn't it? All these fights. Listen, like I've said before, and I'll say it again, they're trying to get Anthony Joshua a world title, an IBF by default, yet again, by a cat flap. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Spotty, you need to concentrate on being honest to your new in-laws about this Conor Ben carry on because it looks like you're struggling to get a date, doesn't it? Eh? All this Conor Ben December 23rd. There's no Conor Ben December 23rd. All you're doing is giving us dates, and the fans are hanging on. They're hanging on to your every word, and then you move the dates a couple of months. And this is what we've got at the moment. Now, let's hope this December 23rd Saudi show happens, and let's hope that we get some fights in New Year. But I want to know why they keep moving dates. They keep giving us dates. We buy into it, and then they move them when it suits. Madness. Utter madness. But it is what it is, isn't it? It absolutely is what it is. But I'm disappointed with Spotty Frank. You know, he's had plenty to say in the last few months, but there's a lot of talking going, but there's not a lot of doing going on, is there? Eh? If Spotty Frank had any balls, he'd pull Big Meech, aka Anthony Joshua, to one side and he'd say, Anthony, what are you doing? Why did you treat Dev Sandwich like that when he had his big moment in Saudi? Why did you treat him like that? You only answer questions from Eddie Hills, the 6-0 Iceman from Billericay. Four by way of. Only footage we've seen is him knocking you about, Spotty. What's all that about? Hey? Yeah, your man treating Dev Sandwich like that. You're not my promoter. No, you're on somebody else's show. Anthony Joshua, why don't you show a bit of respect doing that to that young lad? Oh, now we're going to have to sit and listen to him boring the pants out of us for the next 6 months. That's going to be his claim to fame, innit? In fact, it'll say that on his tombstone in about 60, 70 years, won't it? Here lies Dev Sandwich. Anthony Joshua told him he wasn't asking any questions, answering questions from me because he's not his promoter. Is that going to be his party line now at events? Every time he pops up, he's going to be spouting that off about the day AJ left him hanging at a presser. Is that where we're heading now into 2024? Oh my God. But I like that Dev Sandwich. He looks very smart. He's well spoken. He's like a posher version of Eddie's little panda-eyed Parsons pal, innit? Hey, panda-eyed Parson, who Eddie's grooming to be the new Coogan. Well, Dev's being groomed to be the new Steve Bunce, innit? Pop, pop, bang. Well, that's how it looks to me, because it looks like Bunce has had his nose shoved out for this Dev Sandwich guy. You know, who's running around like an airborne repeater. Anthony Joshua left me hanging. Anthony Joshua left me hanging. Let me see how many interviews I can do about it. Pop, pop, poppity pop. Who cares? Just get the fights on. Anthony Joshua shouldn't even be fighting. Otto Wallin, he should be in with Wilder. Do you know what I mean? It's just repeat nonsense, isn't it? It's just another fight for him to stay out of harm's way and rake in them millions and stand in their penthouses with their cocks out, pissing on all the fans. That's how it looks to me. Ergovic Dimori. What is that? It's a knockover. We finally get Wilder and Joshua on the same show. And they're fighting other people like Parker and Walling. You know, it's like wanting. It's like wanting, isn't it? A rally grifter for Christmas, isn't it? About 1981 or something. And you get up that morning, you realise you've got a chopper, you know, and you're like 2 years behind. You're like, oh God, got me a chopper. They couldn't even get me one of them when I wanted one. Nah. Oh, do you know what I mean? It's a nightmare, isn't it? Unbelievable. You want your rally grifter, you get a chopper, you know. And it's like that, isn't it? Oh, we wanted Joshua and Wilder to fight, but we've got them fighting. Joshua's fighting Otto Wally, and other ones, Wilder's fighting the Stinkinator that'll be lucky to go 2 rounds. It's craziness. We've got Miller a drug cheat against DeBar. Don't even get me started. If they'd have put Joshua on with Wilder, we wouldn't have cared about the undercard. But now we've been starved of that much action by Spotty Frank and all these other interfering cooks spoiling the broth. We've been starved of that much action. We're all like knocking one out over this card because we've been starved for years. So I'm happy that we're having this card, but really, Joshua don't want to fight Wilder. He just wants to be a world champion without fighting Usyk, Fury, and Wilder. He don't want to do the heavy lifting to get the belt. He got that belt against Charlie Martin. He didn't do the heavy lifting like Tyson Fury did to get them belts, and then they took them off him. He didn't do heavy lifting. Tyson Fury did the heavy lifting in Germany against Vladimir. They just picked up the pieces, and that's what they're doing again. They're trying to do it by default. They're trying to masquerade as a champion and a superstar, but they're fighting nobody. Look, Chris Eubank Sr. only beat 4 world champions. 4! That means he beat 3 after Nigel Benn in the first one. So in them other 20, what did they have? 24 world title fights altogether, winning about 19. Well, after he won that first one, out of them other 18, he only beat 3 champions. So who were the 15? It's a bit like the Joe Calzaghe run, isn't it? 22 title fights, but it only beat, 9 or 10? Pop, bang on that one. 8 at super middleweight, wasn't it? Or no, I think he beat 8 or 9 at super middleweight. So who are other 12? Who are other 12 or 13? Hey, who are they? And that's like Eubank, and that's like Joshua. You're having all these fights, but once you scratch the surface, he's still not beat anybody better than he did when he beat Vladimir. You know, and that was nearly 7 years ago. We're still going around in circles with Joshua's CV. When's he going to beat somebody of relevance? When? He's failed twice against Usyk. He ain't going to hear Fury. He ain't going to hear Wilder. They're trying to pinch world title fights. Trying to pinch world title belts. Getting world title fights against guys that can beat. They're not testing themselves. They just want to be known as champions. Oh, I'm a champion. Got my sponsors to keep happy. Get somebody fought with an heartbeat, Joshua. Pop, bang. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. It's so frustrating, this. I'm not buying into this. It's a mega card. It's a good card. It's best we've had in a long time, but we're still not getting what we want. Let me tell you this, it's that good. There isn't even an heavyweight title fight online. That's how much of a mess it is. Well, yeah, it's a good show, but stop overrating it. Still not getting what we want. All the pieces are being put into position. Everybody's happy. They're all getting paid millions, but they're all trying to still do it by default. They're still swerving each other. Unbelievable. All we want are the fights. You know, we want the fights, don't we? Come on. Yeah, Otto Walling's a decent fight for Joshua, but it's not what we wanted, is it? It's not what we wanted. You know, and it was a good few years ago when Walling fought Fury. So he could be on the slide as well now. He's not that young. Well, you know, it is what it is. We're going to have to put up with it for the moment, but it's an improvement. It's better, but listen, we've still not got Joshua Wilder. All right. We've still not got Joshua Fury. And we still haven't got Fury Usyk yet. So all it is at the moment is talk till they get in ring. Pop, pop, bang.